So directional coupler. Now, whenever I'm interested in drawing the diagram of the directional coupler, you can say the directional couplers are flange built-in waveguide assemblies. Now, which can sample a very small amount of microwave power. So you are having this kind of a structure. You are having a main waveguide here. Okay, and that main waveguide is connected with the auxiliary waveguides or the secondary arm. So this is nothing but the structure of your directional coupler. Now always, as we have already seen, that always your collinear ports are named as port number 1 and 2, and your auxiliary ports are named as the port number 3 and 4. So this is the structure of your directional coupler. I'll say this is my port number 1. I'll say this is my port number 2. This is port number 3. This is port number 4. Okay, now whenever I'm having a 4 ports, and how that power flow will go there, if this is the collinear ports, whatever power I'm going to give will go here in this direction, and these waveguides will be called as the primary waveguides, and this waveguide will be called as the secondary, or you can call it as a auxiliary waveguides will be okay. So this will be the secondary waveguides. I'm writing WG as a waveguide. Okay, so this is port number 1, port number 2, port number 3, and this is the port number 4. So ideally, when we are talking about, and this is nothing but the coupling of this particular. Okay, main waveguide is connected with the auxiliary waveguide. So I can say whatever power you are giving to the port number 1 will be called as the incident power, PI. Whatever power port 2 will receive will be called as a received power, that is PR. Now some of the power tries to come out of the port number 4, which will be called as the coupled power, PF. And this power will be called as the back power. Ideally, there should not be any back power. So these are nothing but the, I'll just say this is the incident power, this is the received power, this will be the back power, and this will be the forward power, or you can say the coupled power. Now, what are the ideal characteristics of the directional coupler? A portion of a power traveling from port 1 to port number 2 is coupled to the port 4 but not to the port number 3. अगर आप port 1 को कुछ भी दे रहे हो, it should go to the port number 2 directly, और ये couple हो जाएगा आपका port 4 में से. But your port 3 will be decoupled port. So your 1 and 3 are decoupled ports. What about when you are giving something to the port number 2? When you are reversing the direction, and if you're giving something to the port number 2, this power will go to the port number 1, and this power will be coupled to the port number 3. But your port 4 will be a decoupled port. Now try and understand. जब आप 1 को कुछ इनपुट देते हो, 2 में जाएगा, 4 में जाएगा. So I can say my port 1 and port 3 and port 2 and port 4. These ports are the decoupled ports. ठीक है? So this is all about the characteristics of the directional coupler. Now we are going to talk about the parameters, so the performance parameters of the directional coupler. So there are 3 performance parameters. So in the very first parameter is nothing but the coupling factor, and which is very important. So I'll talk about coupling factor first. Then I'll talk about the directivity. Coupling factor is denoted by D. Directivity is denoted by D. And your isolation will be denoted by I. So these are very important parameters. Now I'll start with the coupling factor. When I say a coupling factor of my directional coupler is a 20 dB. Okay? When I say my coupling factor is a 20 dB, what is the meaning of this one? So if I talk about directional coupler, my directional coupler will have this kind of the characteristics. I have this kind of a structure. मेरा ये port 1 है. This is my port 1, this is my port 2, this is my port 3, and this is my port 4. So when I talk about the coupling factor tells me how much power is coupled. If this is the incident power, if this is the received power, this is the forward power, and this is the back power. So this tells me what is the ratio of coupled power. So 10 log to the base 10 Pi by Pf. As this is the ratio of power, you can calculate it into the dBs. So coupling factor 1 or 4 का ratio. If you are giving something to the port number 2, you can take the ratio of 2 and 3 will be okay. Now directivity. So when it comes to the directivity of coupling factor, directivity, how directive? Ideally your uh, we can say this directional coupler must have an infinite directivity. So this is the ratio. So D is equal to 10 log to the base 10 ratio of your forward power to the back power, and we are assuming that whenever it comes to the input power is given to the port 1, your 3 must be decoupled, so it should be 0. So ideal directivity is nothing but the infinite. Okay, so if I take the example of typical directional coupler, so your typical directional coupler, if you see in the lab, typical directional coupler is having a directivity of 20 dB, and it is having coupling factor of 20 dB and directivity of 60 dB. So when I say my coupling factor is a 20 dB, so this is 20 is equal to 10 log to the base, to 10 Pi by Pf. So I can say this ratio Pi by Pf का जो भी ratio है मेरा, क्योंकि मेरा coupling factor 20 है, and it is nothing but the 10 log to the base 10 incident power and I can say forward power. So I can say this Pi by Pf ratio must be 10 raised to 2, which is nothing but the 100. So whenever you are giving something to the port number 1, 100 times attenuate होके आपको port number 4 में मिलेगा. And what about the forward power? It is Pi by 100, so 100 times less. And directivity, it is given as a 60, which is nothing but the 10 log to the base 10 Pf by Pb, which means that Pf by Pb का जो भी ratio है आपका 10 raised to 6 होगा. Now you can imagine how a smaller amount of power tries to go to the back port. Now here the third parameter here is nothing but the isolation. So when I talk about the isolation, this is nothing but the how much decoupling I am achieving from 1 and 2, 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. But before going for this, like I have got this one, Pf by Pb is equal to 10 raised to 6. Now, how you are going to calculate the Pb? Pb is equal to Pf by 10 raised to 6. ठीक है, और हम लोगों ने पहले ही Pf को निकाला है Pi by 100. So if you put that value Pi by 100 here into 10 raised to 6, you can say this will be the Pi by 10 raised to 8. ठीक है, so since Pb is very small, that is 1 by 10 raised to 8, so whatever power come out from that port number 3 will be neglected, and that's why port number 3 will be terminated with the match termination. Next is nothing but the isolation. So whenever you're talking about the isolation, this is the ratio of incident power to the back power and will be denoted by dB. Now you can notice that your isolation is equal to C plus D. Okay? Always your isolation is the addition of coupling factor plus directivity, because as it is the ratio, and whatever we have seen, we can see 10 log to the base 10 Pi divided by whatever we have received previously, that Pb is equal to Pi by 10 raised to 8. So if you put that values, that Pi and 10 raised to 8, so this is 10 log to the base 10 raised to 8, so this comes 80 dB. So your coupling factor was 20 dB, your directivity was 60 dB, and the addition of that gives you the 80 dB. So always the isolation is your C plus D kind of thing. So you do remember this while doing the practicals also. So this is all about the performance parameters of your directional coupler. Now a very important thing is nothing but the scattering matrix for directional coupler. So how you are going to find out the scattering matrix? How many ports you are having here for directional coupler? You are having 4 ports. So as you are having a 4 ports, your scattering matrix will be of order 4 by 4. So if you write a scattering matrix and if you apply all the properties of the scattering matrix, you'll get a very or you will get the values for each and every coefficient. So scattering matrix will be written S11, S12, S13, S14. Similarly, this will be S21, S22, S23, S24, then S31, S32, S33, S34. Then this will be S41, S42, S43, and S44. Now here we are going to assume that each and every port is perfectly matched, or it is terminated with a match termination. So if you are assuming it is terminated with match termination, you can write S11 is equal to 0, S22 is equal to 0, you can write S33 is equal to 0, and you can write S44 is equal to 0. So if each and every port is terminated, now I am going to apply the property of symmetry here. Okay? The first thing we have applied is each and every port is perfectly terminated. So 2 is equal to S33 is equal to S44. So I'll write this is scattering matrix of order n by n. This is the, and this is equal to 0. The second or third thing I'm going to do, symmetry property. What your symmetry property says in this regard? Your symmetry property says your Sij is equal to Sji. So in this case, I can replace my S23 is equal to S32, then S13 is equal to S31, and replace S24 is equal to S42. And similarly for other things. Here S34 is equal to S43, S41 is equal to S14. ठीक है? Now ideally your back power is 0. ठीक है? Your 1 and 3 are decoupled. So you can write S13 is equal to S31 which is equal to 0. ठीक है? वैसे ही आपका 2 और 4 में कोई कपलिंग नहीं है. So S24 and S42 must be 0. So यहाँ पे आपका 1 3 और ये वाला जो भी चीज होगा आपका 0 हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे आपका 2 4 और 4 2 भी 0 हो जाएगा. ठीक है? So if you write all that things here, now your matrix will have very less unknowns. So I'm just putting this is 0, 1 2 will be there. This will be again 0 because 1 3 is decoupled port. 1 4 will be there. Again 2 2 0, 2 3 will be there. This will be 2 4 में decoupling है तो ये 0 हो जाएगा. 3 1 again decoupled port becomes 0. 3 2 3 4. Okay, this 4 1 will be there. 4 2 decoupled ports, and that's why this will be 0. Okay, now I have got new matrix and I'll write all that things over there. I have got this matrix S11 0, S12 0, S14, S21 को आप रिप्लेस करो 1 2 के साथ सिमेट्री प्रॉपर्टी. 2 3 को आप रिप्लेस करेंगे नो इट्स दैट वन. ठीक है, सो आप 3 1 0, 3 2 को रिप्लेस करिए 2 3 के साथ, फिर 0 S34, then S41 write it as 1 4 because of the symmetry property, right? 0 4 3 becomes 3 4 here, and then this will be 0. So this is your new scattering matrix. We have applied 3 properties, and the last property which we are going to apply here is nothing but the, when you multiply this with a complex conjugate of this one, you'll get the identity or unit matrix. So fifth, you are going to write S into complex conjugate of the same matrix gives you I. So we get here, we'll write here 0, S12 0, S14, then you can write S12 0, S23 0, 0, S23 0, S34, S14 0, S34 0, and the complex conjugate you are going to write all the coefficient as it is but the complex conjugate. So S12 complex conjugate 0, S14 complex conjugate, S12 0, S23 0, then 0, S23 complex conjugate, 0, S34 complex conjugate, S14 complex conjugate, 0, S34 complex conjugate, and then 0 is equal to 1 0 0 0, 0 1 0 0, 0 0 1 0, 0 0 0 1. Now as we have done it for other passive devices, the same thing we'll do here. R1 C1. So R1 C1 will be S12 square plus S14 square. R2C2 will give you S12 square plus S23 square is equal to 1. R3C3 gives you S23 square plus S34 square is equal to 1. Then R1C3 is equal to S12 S23 complex conjugate plus S14 and S34 complex conjugate. So this is what we have. Now if you compare equation number 1 and equation number 2, these are same. So I can say from equation 1 and equation 2, if I compare this to equation, S14 is equal to S23 by comparing 1 and 2. If I compare equation number 4 and equation number 3, equation number 2 and 3, I can say 2, 3 is common. So I can write here S12 is equal to S34. So these two conclusions I have drawn while comparing whatever equations I have got. Now, here let us assume that S12 is equal to P. So let S12 is equal to P. It's real and positive. So if S12 is equal to P, then 3,4 will also equal to P. And if 3,4 is equal to P, 3,4 complex conjugate will also be P. Okay? Now let us put all these values in the equation number 4. So this becomes PS23 complex conjugate plus S23 क्योंकि आपका 1423 है into P is equal to 0. So you just take common as a P. So S23 plus S23 complex conjugate is equal to 0. Now your P is real and positive. That's why it cannot be 0. So what can be 0? S23 plus S23 complex conjugate must be 0. So if this is 0, you can put S23 is equal to JY and S complex 23 must be minus JY. So you can conclude that your S23 must be imaginary. Okay? So let S23 is equal to JQ. S23 is equal to 1,4. I can put it for the 1,4 also. Now I'm just going to replace all the things what I have got there. We have already assumed something. 1, 2, 3 is equal to 3, 4 is equal to P. Now this will be the transmission parameter. Why this is called as a transmission parameter? Because you are giving something to the port number 1 and you are getting it to the port. This is input port, this is output port. So it is transmitting from 1 to 2 and 3 to 4. That's why it is called as a transmission parameter. So similarly, you can write here S23 is equal to S14 is equal to JQ. And also you can calculate that P square plus Q square is equal to 1. So replacing my all the coefficients from matrix, the matrix which I get is nothing but the 0 here 1, 2. 1, 2 is what? 1, 2 I'm getting P. Then 1, 3, 0. And here a JQ 1, 4. Okay? So P. This is nothing but the 2, 1, which is nothing but the 1, 2. Same. So here this is 0. Again this is 2, 3. That is 3, 2. Okay? And that is nothing but the JQ. And again this will be 0. Similarly, this will be 0. This will be JQ. This will be 0. This will be P. This will be JQ. This will be 0. This will be P. And this will be 0. So this is nothing but the scattering matrix for your directional coupler. So you are having 0 P, 0 JQ, P 0 JQ, 0. So diagonally you are having all these JQ values over here. So this will be the JQ, 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 and this will be PP here. And then you can say here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 are perfectly terminated. Decoupled ports are 2 and 4. Decoupled ports are 1 and 3. So this is all about the direction.